protesters surrounded the Chabad Lubavitch World Headquarters, Jewish House of Worship. Initial reports indicate one female protester was isolated from her group, harassed by counter-protesters, suffered injuries. In another incident, a second woman was surrounded and subjected to vile threatening by counter-protesters. One arrest was made, several summonses. And he goes on to say that, there's going to be an investigation here, and commending the NYPD police officers who were there on the scene. And just from him saying, that there is going to be an investigation into these assaults, there has been a complete freak out. We can see this extremist group, Beitar, that they're the ones that have been compiling the lists and bragging that the Trump administration is listening to them about which university students should be arrested and detained for their pro-Palestine speech. Anyway, they say, New York has fallen. Jews are unsafe in New York City. We urge all Jews to flee. Pogroms are imminent.
This is why I was saying,
I have to say,
it's surprising to me that there just isn't more, again, quote unquote, mainstream media coverage of this because of posts like that, because it's sort of becoming, it's being used as almost a Rorschach test, where the groups like Beitar are saying pogroms are imminent, flee New York City. And what you see is an Israeli supporter of Palestine getting bloodied and punched in the face. I mean, It's just bizarre how, I guess maybe the right way to put it is the media just doesn't know how to deal with stories like this. It's so, I think it's so lost right now. It's it's leading to a complete blind spot where people don't see what's happening on the streets of New York.
Well, let me also make the Glenn Greenwald point, which is, when these students were being rounded up and arrested for writing an op-ed or being a negotiator at a protest or whatever, what I heard from a lot of people on the right who defended this was, if you're a foreigner in this country, you need to zip it, keep your mouth shut, be a good boy or girl. Don't let us know. We don't want to know about your politics. And now you have Ben-Gvir here, who is, obviously a foreigner here in the U.S., going to Yale, going to Capitol Hill, going to Brooklyn. And again, this man is a convicted terrorist and is out there. You saw the video with him and Medea Benjamin. He's not being shy about, he's not being a good little boy and keeping his views to himself while he's abroad in the United States of America. So, interesting. There's a little bit of a double standard there about who is allowed to aggressively assert their views in whatever form and venue that they care to, even as as he is the ultimate insider. And if anyone has ever deserved for their visit to be protested, it is that man. He's allowed to do that, no problem. But God forbid you write a student op-ed calling in your university to divest from Israel, then you deserve to be locked up indefinitely and deported from the country.
Yeah, it reminds me of the pushback to Ryan and Sagar's drop site story last week, where people were saying, why is someone in the NSC formerly working for the Israeli Defense Ministry? Why are you upset that she was on the Israeli Defense Ministry, and sort of saying it smacks of anti-Semitism to say that there's anything newsworthy about that? And people going back and being like, well, if it were any other country, we would be allowed to say that's a little bit weird. Is there an espionage connection? Is there a conflict of interest? But it's the one place that if you highlight it, you end up getting accused of fomenting or perpetuating discrimination against Israel. And I was like, someone work for another country. I mean, it's just and is on the National Security Council. So anyway, it reminded me of that point, Crystal.
Yeah, very, very good point on that one. All right, let's go ahead and get to Ben Smith, who broke open this extraordinary internal dynamics of some of these group chats, which have taken off on the right, and the way that they have shaped the current government, and also sort of the fallout as this government has become more unpopular, and especially with regard to tariffs. So let's go ahead and get to that.
Hey, if you like that video, hit the like button or leave a comment below. It really helps get the show to more people.
And if you'd like to get the full show ad-free and in your inbox every morning, you can sign up at breakingpoints.com.
That's right. Get the full show, help support the future of independent media at breakingpoints.com.